If your Google Maps listing has 80 reviews and the guy above you has 12, your first instinct is probably to blame Google. But most of the time, Google is not broken. It is reading signals that most contractors never check. This is the exact moment most owners start chasing the wrong fix. They push for more reviews, discount the problem as unfair, or assume a competitor is cheating. But the better first move is to ask what Google is seeing that you are not. The mistake is assuming reviews explain the whole ranking. Reviews matter, but they are not the whole system. A lower review competitor can still win if Google thinks their profile is a better match for the search. Think of reviews as trust proof, not the entire ranking engine. A strong review profile helps, but it cannot fully overcome a weak match between the search phrase and the way Google has classified your business. In this video, I'm going to show you the 30-second competitor category check. It helps you see how another business may be using Google business profile categories to look more relevant for the jobs you want. The value of this check is speed. You are not doing a full technical SEO audit. You are taking one narrow signal, competitor category structure, and using it to decide whether your own profile may be underclassified. To understand why this matters, you need to understand the three big local ranking factors: relevance, distance, and prominence. Distance is location. Prominence is reputation and authority. Relevance is whether Google believes your profile matches the search. Most contractors spend their attention on prominence because reviews are visible. Relevance is easier to miss because it lives inside categories, services, website alignment, and the way the profile describes the work. Reviews mostly support prominence. Categories help support relevance. That is the key difference. If your category setup is thin or wrong, Google may not confidently match you to the exact repair, replacement, installation, or emergency searches you want. That difference matters because customers search for specific jobs. They do not always search the broad business type. They search furnace repair, roof leak repair, drain cleaning, emergency plumber, or AC replacement. The primary category is the biggest category decision. If a roofer is using a broad or wrong primary category, Google may not confidently match that business to roof repair, roof replacement, or emergency roofing searches. The category has to match the money search. If the primary category is wrong, the rest of the profile has to fight uphill. You can have good photos, solid reviews, and a decent website, but Google may still hesitate when matching you to the best money searches. Secondary categories are where many contractors lose ground. They may have the right primary category, but the rest of the category stack is thin. Meanwhile, the competitor has secondary categories that help Google connect them to more buyer-intent searches. A thin category stack does not always hurt every search. It hurts when your competitors have a cleaner structure for the exact service the customer wants. That is when they can look more relevant before review count even matters. This does not mean you should add every category you can find. It means your profile should accurately describe the work you actually perform. A stronger category stack gives Google more confidence about which searches your business is relevant for. Accuracy is the guardrail. The point is not to become everything to everyone. The point is to make sure Google can clearly understand the real work you perform and the searches where you deserve to be considered. Here's the 30-second spy trick. You are not hacking anything. You are looking for category clues that are already present in the public page data. The goal is to understand why a competitor may look more relevant to Google. This is why I call it a category check, not a ranking hack. You are looking for clues. The result may not prove the whole answer, but it can show you where your profile is weaker than the businesses currently winning. Start with the competitor that is outranking you for a valuable search. Search like a real customer. If you're an HVAC company, search AC repair near me, furnace repair, or emergency HVAC in your target city. Then open the competitor profile. Use the same search language a customer would use when they need help now. Broad searches are useful, but service-specific searches usually reveal the real gaps because they test whether Google understands the job. From the competitor profile page, the method is simple. Open the page source or inspect the page, then search for category-related terms. You are looking for category records, taxonomy labels, or page data that reveal how Google understands that profile. The page source will not always be pretty, and it will not always give you a perfect list. That is okay. You are looking for patterns and clues, not trying to turn this into a software engineering project. Use Control-F and search for category. In many cases, you can find clues about the primary category and related category labels. The exact layout may change, but the point is the same. Find the category stack behind the visible listing. When you find category-related terms, slow down and document them. Do not jump straight to changing your own profile. First, compare what appears across multiple competitors and multiple search phrases. Sometimes the useful information is not displayed cleanly on the profile itself. That is why this check matters. A competitor may look ordinary on the surface, but the category data can show why Google sees them as a better match. The surface listing may look nearly identical to yours. Same star rating, same service area, same photos, same buttons, but underneath, the category signals may be giving Google a cleaner classification. Write down what you find. You do not need a complicated spreadsheet at first. List the competitor, their apparent primary category, and any secondary categories or category clues you can identify. That becomes your comparison baseline. Keep this simple. One competitor row is useful, but 3 competitors are better. If the same category pattern appears across the businesses winning the map pack, that pattern is worth paying attention to. Now compare their category stack to yours. If they have a more specific primary category, that is a signal. If they have relevant secondary categories that you are missing, that is another signal. You are looking for relevance gaps. This is where the audit becomes practical. You are not asking whether your competitor is better in every way. You are asking whether their category structure gives Google a clearer reason to show them. For example, an HVAC company may be listed only as HVAC contractor, while the competitor has categories or category clues connected to air conditioning repair, heating contractor, furnace repair, or air conditioning contractor. That can affect search matching. For HVAC, this can be the difference between being seen as a general heating and cooling company and being matched to high-intent repair searches. The money is often in those specific service moments. A roofing company may have the same problem. The profile says roofing contractor, but the competitor is better connected to roof repair, roof replacement, gutter service, or emergency roofing searches. The category stack helps Google understand relevance. For roofing, the same issue shows up when the profile is too broad. A business may do repair, replacement, storm damage, gutters, and emergency work, but the profile may only communicate one generic roofing identity. A plumber might be missing clues for drain cleaning, water heater repair, emergency plumber, or sewer service. If a competitor has stronger relevance signals for those jobs, Google has more reasons to show them for those searches. For plumbing, the category and service structure can decide whether Google connects you to urgent jobs. Drain cleaning, water heaters, sewer work, and emergency plumbing are not the same search intent. The category issue is really a search intent issue. Customers do not just search your company type. They search the exact job they need done. If your profile does not support those job searches, you can disappear even when you have good reviews. This is why category work should always be tied to buyer intent. You are not optimizing for vanity. You are helping Google connect your business to the services people are actively searching for. The fix is not to stuff every possible category into your profile. That can create confusion and risk. The fix is to choose the most accurate categories that match your real services, your website, your photos, and your customer reviews. Category stuffing creates another problem. If the profile looks broader than the real business, the signal gets messy. A confused profile can be worse than a narrow one, because it weakens trust and relevance. Start with the primary category. If that is wrong, fix that first. The primary category should represent the main service you want Google to understand and the main type of customer you want to attract. The primary category should be the clearest statement of your business identity. If you only fixed one thing in the category setup, this would usually be the first place to look. Then review secondary categories. These should support real services that matter to your business. If you do emergency work, repairs, installations, replacements, or specialty services, your category stack should not make you look narrower than you are. Secondary categories should support the real revenue lines of the business. They should not be random. They should reinforce the work customers actually call about and the jobs you actually want. Categories work best when the rest of the profile supports them. Your services, photos, website content, and reviews should all reinforce the same work. If your category says one thing but the rest of the profile says nothing, the signal is weaker. A category by itself is not magic. It gets stronger when the rest of the profile tells the same story. Services, photos, reviews, and website pages should all support the same business identity. A simple audit matrix is enough. Put your business in one column and your top competitors in the next columns. Compare primary category, secondary categories, money services, and searches where they outrank you. The audit matrix keeps you from guessing. Instead of saying a competitor is beating you because they have more authority, you can separate the signals and see where the category gap actually appears. This is how a lower review competitor can still win. They may be closer to the searcher, they may have stronger prominence in other ways, or they may simply look more relevant because their category stack lines up better with the search. This brings us back to the original contradiction. Fewer reviews can win when the profile is a better match, the location is favorable, or the business has stronger supporting relevant signals. Do not make 20 changes at once. Fix the obvious mismatch first, then review your secondary categories. Then make sure your services, photos, website pages, and reviews support the same search intent. Make one controlled improvement at a time whenever possible. If you change categories, services, website copy, and photos all at once, it becomes harder to understand which change actually helped. Also, do not change categories blindly just because a competitor has them. If the category does not describe your actual business, leave it alone. The goal is not copying. The goal is finding legitimate relevance gaps. Copying a competitor blindly is lazy and risky. Their business may offer services you don't offer. Their profile may also contain mistakes. Use competitors for clues, then make your own profile accurate. Competitors are clues, not instructions. Their category stack can show what Google may be rewarding in your market. Your job is to compare that against your real services and build a profile that accurately reflects what you do. This is the right mindset for local SEO. You are not looking for a magic button. You are studying the businesses Google is already rewarding and using that information to make your own profile clearer. So run the 30-second check. Search your best money keyword. Open the competitor that is beating you. Search the page data for category clues. Then compare their category stack to yours. Run this check before you assume reviews are the problem. Run it before you spend more money on ads. Run it before you rewrite your whole website. It is fast, focused, and often revealing. If you find a gap, treat it as an audit signal. It does not automatically prove the whole ranking problem, but it tells you where to look. Category gaps often explain why one profile matches more searches than another. A category gap is not a final diagnosis by itself. It is a lead. It tells you what to verify next: your services, your website alignment, your reviews, your photos, and your actual search visibility. This belongs inside a full Google Business Profile audit. Categories matter, but they work with services, photos, reviews, location signals, website support, and response systems. The category check is just one high-leverage place to start. That is why this belongs inside a broader profile audit. Categories can expose the issue, but the fix usually works best when the whole profile supports the same service identity. The takeaway is simple. If a competitor with fewer reviews is outranking you, do not assume Google is broken. Look at relevance, look at the category stack, look at whether their profile is a cleaner match for the job being searched. The simple version is this: if Google understands your competitor more clearly than it understands you, the competitor has an advantage. Your job is to remove that ambiguity. If you want help finding those gaps, I built the GMB Visibility Fix for contractors and local service businesses. It looks at your categories, services, photos, reviews, and missed call issues so you can see where your Google Maps profile is leaking calls. For contractors, this is often where missed visibility starts. The business is real, the work is good, the reviews are solid, but the profile is not organized in a way that makes the right searches obvious. Go to morelocalleads.com/GMB Visibility Fix. Run the audit before you spend more money on ads. If the profile is not matching the right searches, more traffic will not fix the leak. Before you buy more leads, make sure the profile is not leaking the free ones. A cleaner Google Business Profile can make every other marketing channel work better because the foundation is stronger. And if you only remember one thing from this video, remember this: reviews help people trust you, categories help Google understand when to show you. You need both if you want the right customers finding your business on maps. Reviews help people feel safe choosing you, categories help Google understand when to show you. When those two signals work together, your profile has a much better chance of showing up for the right searches.